Okay, we are back. So I finished the yellowing, and you really can't tell a lot. You can on the cheeks. You kind of can. It's got a yellow tint. So I just did it for the rest of the limbs on the feet, mostly on the feet, the heel, the elbows, and the knees. Um, that's about it. So now we're gonna do veining, and like everything else, you don't have to do it if you don't want to. And there's different ways of doing it. I just kind of guess about it. I get a small brush with your blue, and just remember, it still um, leaves marks, so you want to kind of work fast, kind of. I'm going to show you how I do the hands. I usually make a Y, like a Y, and it comes down, and you just make like little trails, like little trails. And you see the wet like that, and you're going to pounce it off. And like all the blue, it's going to stain, and that's what you want it to do. You want it to look like underneath. You don't want it to look like pen marks. So if you don't like it the first time, you can continue to do it. I usually do it once or twice, and just make sure you don't leave it on. You want to pounce it off. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. You can see it. I can see it. You can see it not on there, but you can see it. And then you're going to do the same for the back side. You're going to go inside the hand and kind of come up the arm, kind of like that. And you can look up veining, baby veins, and it'll show you a sketch on all the veins, and you can just pick one, what you like. I don't really go overboard with it because one, this isn't, this is 0 to 3 month size. Even though it's kind of newborn, it's, you just want it to be underneath the skin. So you're going to do that on the hands. You're going to do the same kind of thing on the feet. So let me show you the feet. Do the feet. You're going to do the same kind of thing. Just kind of come up and just pick a couple, and you're just going to come up the leg and just like make little limbs. See, like that. And then you're just going to pounce it off. And you want to pounce it off fairly quickly. I mean, you don't have to like hurry, but because you're not using very much, it will stain. And you kind of want it to stain so you can see it, but you don't want it to look like pen marks. You want it to look just underneath the skin, and I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. Let's see. I don't know if you'll be able to tell. I can tell it's just right here, and it goes up the leg. So I'm not going to do very much on this one because it is a little bit of an older infant. I mean, you can see them a lot on newborns, and you can use a different blue if you want. This blue is the one that seems to work the best for me. So this is the one I use, and I'm using the Folk Art True Blue is what it's called. And sometimes you'll get this paint you got dust in your house, so there's going to be times where it's going to have a little, see, you can kind of see the blue. You want it to look like underneath the skin. So that's what I'm doing. And you do the same thing for the foot as you did the hand. You're just going to come up and just come up the side. And that's what I'm going to do. Just kind of come up the side. And you can go back in, and if it, like, these are deep crevices in her foot. So I don't know if you're gonna, I don't know if it'll come up on camera. It might. You can see the blue, you know. So there's that. So now I'll do the other one, and you can start it any way you want. You can go down. I tend to come up by the ankle. Like that. And just take, don't rub it, you pat it. And I'm getting these little dirt spots from the sponge. Might be time to throw this one away. Okay, and then you just go back in at the foot, where the foot is. Goes up by the ankles. So I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. And you just want it to look like underneath the skin, you know? Just underneath the skin. And just bounce it off. And when we do the mottling, which is next, it's going to get covered. And you will see it underneath it. Like, I don't know how this is going to be because I'm going to use the new mottling sponges. So it's going to be interesting to see how it's going to work. And I just do like little vines. Little vines. Now you see it like this, and then I'm going to pounce it off and show it to you again. Let's see if you can see where the vein is after I take this off. Like I said, you're just tapping it, you're not rubbing it. You don't want to rub it. Now, can you tell where it was? You should be able to. I can see it. I can see it on the on there. And so I'm going to do this, and then we're going to do the head. And then I'm going to let it dry for the night and come back tomorrow and start mottling. You're going to need red, yellow, blue, and purple. And we're going to start it. Okay, that was, and you always get your dry brush to make sure you don't get anything in there. Okay, so veining is done. Not using a whole lot. You can take your time with it. Now with the head, you come up from where the temple is. So you come up, and you're just gonna make the little, and you're just gonna make the little lines. And you can make them any way you want. like I said, you can go on and get a veining map and do it the way you want. And I'll put one in the front of the head. Like that. And you're just gonna pounce it. Just gonna pounce it. And when you're looking at it, when you're doing it, you are going to see it. And if you get these little specks, you need to get them off. They're a pain in the neck. Like I said, I think this sponge is no good now. So I gotta do this side. I don't know where my other one went. And you're just gonna come up from the temple, go back, and this one's gonna be a baldy, so you're gonna see some of the veins. And where we did the bluing before, it's kind of gonna pop, it's gonna blend in with it, you know. But it looks good. And then the back. Well, it looks like I already did the back. And they all kind of blend together. There. Perfect. I'm not going to do any on the cheeks because I'm going to do capillaries. I'm going to show you how to do that. And you'll need a toothpick for that. So that is it for veining. And you can go back to it if you want to do more or less. I don't want to do a whole lot because the bluing that we did before, you know, when we did the red wash, we did the blue wash, it left kind of marks, kind of, that resembles veining. So I'm not going to do a whole lot with that. So we are done with veining. We are done with those things. So next up is the mottling. And the mottling goes blue, yellow, and red. And then the last part is green and purple. So there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when we get to the red, when we do the red, that's when we do the creases again if you want to do them. So for now, we are done. I'm actually going to let this set. And I left off with mottling. And I'm going to make new things. I'm going to actually take these upstairs and wash them. And make sure they're clean. And we'll start fresh. So you will need your mottling sponges. If you've made some, great. We will, ones with the holes, okay? You can take a regular makeup sponge and pluck holes with a tweezer, or you can buy some like I did. I'm going to try it out. We'll see how it works. Now, I'll probably use this one and this one, the 2 dark purple ones, but we shall see. I don't know yet. So there we go, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.